Welcome to the Know Before You Go Travel Show, where we share all the latest travel tips, tricks, and insights to make your next vacation the best one yet. So sit back, relax, grab a cocktail, and enjoy the show with Penyak Travel's George Penyak and our senior travel consultant, Janet Penyak.
What is up, everybody?
Hey, everyone.
Welcome back to another edition of the Know Before You Go Travel Show, and we've got a show for you today.
Like we always do.
I had a little mellow ending to that one.
There you go.
But we are here. It is Saturday. It is the day after Black Friday.
Yes. And it was actually a busy Black Friday.
It was. You've been really busy. Like,
yes.
I can tell that things are picking up for 2021, which is kind of the reason for this podcast.
Oh, yeah. And just last minute, travel, people planning last minute trips is definitely on the rise too. So I think everyone is in need of like a mental getaway. And what better way to do that than go on vacation somewhere? And
we hope our podcast is a vacation for your earbuds. We try to bring you the best information here. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed yet, we would really, really, really appreciate subscribing to our podcast. This thing is growing. We just found out the other day that we're in the top 2.5% of all podcasts in the world, which was really cool.
Yeah, that is really cool.
So this thing's really growing. It's exploded, and it's amazing, and we really appreciate all of you guys checking us out and tuning in. And thank you, by the way. We do have one shout out to give because I know you've been really busy. Craig in Dallas hit us up through the podcast to book a honeymoon. Thank you, Craig, and shout out to the Big D Dallas. Let's go.
Yes. Oh, and
Dallas in the house.
That actually reminded me, I'm leaving one out. We have someone else in Dallas, Justin in Dallas, who his trip previously earlier in the year was canceled because of COVID, and now they've rebooked something. So I know they are looking forward to it.
Shout out.
Going to Unico.
Oh, God, I love Unico. So we have a lot of questions. So we're going to do the LeBlanc podcast. We have that one coming up next. So the very next episode that we release will be the LeBlanc review. And it's going to be a hot one. It's going to be a fire one because we've got a lot to say about this property, and we've been getting a lot of questions in the DMs and in the emails on how this compares to Unico.
Yes.
And so we have a lot to say about that, but just bear with us through this one podcast here because we want to get to some Black Friday specials because some of these are actually ending really soon. And then we will definitely get the LeBlanc one out.
Yeah, well, we kind of wanted to just talk about why now is a good time to book travel, and also just kind of reel that in with the Black Friday deals because there's some really good Black Friday deals out there right now.
Yeah, so if you're sitting at home, listening to this podcast, scrolling on your phone, and if you're like me, you're just still super full from Thanksgiving.
Yes.
From all the stuffing, all the turkey. I ate Janet's turkey because she didn't eat any turkey.
Well, if you listen to the last podcast, I don't eat turkey.
Yeah, you don't eat turkey, so you eat all the sides. So I had your turkey, and I still had all the sides. So if you're like me, you're just sitting there on the couch scrolling through your phone and you're looking for a Black Friday deal. Everyone does Black Friday shopping just about, but believe it or not, there's actually a lot of good travel deals. And right now, I feel like this is probably, and I'll let you speak too because you're more the expert than me, but this has to be the best time that I can ever remember to book travel because not only do we have the pandemic that kind of really lowered rates overall.
Yes.
So now we have Black Friday deals on top of already low rates. And
yes.
that
and again,
just
this is the Saturday after, sorry to cut you off, but this is the Saturday after Black Friday. But a lot of these deals are going like through the end of the week. So, if you're listening to this on, say, Monday, a lot of them, are still going to be happening then. So, if you would like any more information on any of these, feel free to give us a call at 1-800-674-3278, or you can go to our website and click Request a Quote, and it comes directly to me.
Yeah, it goes right to Janet.
And that's penyaktravel.com. So one of the...
And we're free service, too.
We are. Yes, all of our services are completely free to you.
All right.
Yes.
What you got?
So one of the first deals I want to talk about is if you've been a long-time listener to the show, then you know how much we love Sandals Resorts, and they have an awesome Black Friday deal right now, and it's going through December 4th, and you basically get a free romance package with your booking.
Ooh, romance. Sounds romantic.
Yes. So you get a free 1 hour couples massage. You have to pay the gratuity on it, but it's 12.5%, so it's not much. And then you also get a free candlelight dinner and a free catamaran cruise. And then if you're if you're staying at Sandals Emerald Bay or Sandals Grenada, where the catamaran cruise is not offered, then you would get a $230 tour credit instead. But all of that is a value of almost $700. So you're getting a lot, and you have to book 6 nights or more in order to get that. But take a look at also their 777 deals that we've talked about.
Yep.
So you could get an awesome room for a greatly discounted price on the 777 deal, plus all of these 3 free things. And I mean, that's an awesome deal.
Yeah, and we talk a lot about the couples massages, and I was never a big spa guy, and I think there's a lot of guys out there like me, like you either love the spa or you don't. And I wasn't one, but we actually now do a massage on almost every trip, and I'm actually a big spa guy now. So if your husband or significant other you think might not enjoy the massage, I'm telling you, give it a try. Don't knock it till you try it. It's incredible. So, I mean, I could see that. Some people are like, oh, well, I'm not a spa person. It's like, well, you just give it a try.
Oh,
You'd be
absolutely.
surprised. You would be surprised. And a lot of these all-inclusive resorts, Sandals and others included, their spas are actually really, really nice. It's comparable to most spas here in the United States, and they do a fabulous job.
Yes, I absolutely agree.
And the candlelight dinner is one of those things I always recommend to, like if you want to do a surprise for a significant other. So guys out there, if you want a surprise on a honeymoon or anniversary trip, go ahead and get that candlelight dinner set up.
Oh, yeah. It's private candlelight dinner,
Super romantic.
Usually on the beach, and it's done really, really nice. And usually the cost of those at Sandals is $199. So.
Yeah, plus tip.
Right.
But it just sets the mood for the night.
Oh, absolutely.
Very romantic.
So another great deal, you've also heard us talk a lot about Secrets Resorts, and they have a free sale. So 6-night free when you book. You also get a free upgrade at check-in, free in-room amenity, and a $200 resort credit.
Really? What would be the free in-room amenity?
That I am not exactly sure.
It might be like a drink or...
it could be...
like a bottle of wine or champagne,
Yes.
or sometimes they bring like cake or chocolate to your room at night.
Yes.
It's going to be something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
And like a little nice surprise at the end of the night.
Yes.
Or like chocolate-covered strawberries. We do like the champagne. We've had champagne in our room a couple times on cruises. And by the way, I think...
Cruises?
Yeah, on cruises, yeah.
We're talking about Secrets Resorts.
I know. Well, Secrets Resorts, I mean, they do the same thing, but cruises, especially, we like to have our champagne at night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like in the room.
I don't ever recall that.
Maybe not at night, but when were we sailing recently and we had some champagne in the room? I think it was when we did to the Bahamas.
Let's see, our last cruise was last December.
Yeah, we had champagne on ice in that one in the room.
Who would have thought that just 3 months later the cruise industry would be shut down?
I know, it was crazy. It's crazy, but
yes.
But actually, I think cruising right now is probably of the best travel deals.
Oh,
and
yes.
a lot of these, before we get to the cruising side of the Black Friday deals, a lot of these you can book now a Black Friday deal, and as long as you book it, like I got one here, Norwegian, 30% off through any cruise pretty much through 2023.
Right.
That's just crazy. And then,
Yes.
then you also get the flexibility to cancel if you need to or change. I mean, there's some really good deals.
Yeah, and I know you said when we get to the cruises, but I'll go ahead and also mention Holland America is offering a Have It All Black Friday promotion. And you get free Wi-Fi, drink package, dining package, and gratuities with it.
No, that's not bad.
Yes.
I don't like prepaying the gratuities, too.
Oh, absolutely. So
We always prepay the gratuities whenever we go anyways, but if that's included, that's nice.
yes, it is included. So that is really nice. Now, jumping back to resorts, couples resorts, which they are all-inclusive, adult-only, couples-only resorts in Jamaica. And there's 4 different ones. And right now they are offering 7th night free when you book, plus a $250 resort credit. And that's a really awesome deal because couples resorts, I do highly recommend them. I send a lot of people there every year, and they tend to be a lot more budget friendly than the other big adult only all inclusive in Jamaica, which is Sandals. So
yeah, a great
with
value.
It's a great value with that 7th night free. I mean, that's a really good deal.
Yeah, like if you're new to all inclusives, like if you're on a tight budget, that's a great place to start. To kind of get your feet wet in it, because they are going to be priced a little bit lower. But I still think they deliver, it's not the exact same experience you get, but they still deliver like an incredible value. I really think they are a good value.
Oh, they definitely are. Another great offer. Just speaking, we just already mentioned it, but Unico 2087, they are offering 30% off their rates right now through Cyber Monday.
That's my favorite one so far.
Yes, so that's
guys,
a great deal.
We cannot tell you how much we love Unico.
Yes.
Like, it was incredible. And now, when we get into the LeBlanc episode, it'll be a really good conversation because you and I haven't really talked about it too much. So I'm kind of curious.
We've
your
talked
thoughts,
a little bit about it.
Yeah, a little bit. Your thoughts versus my thoughts, and it's close.
Yes.
It's close.
Don't spoil it.
I'm not going to spoil it. I'm just ready to mash record and get that one going.
Yes, I agree. Now, Palace Resorts. So, speaking of LeBlanc Cancun, they are part of Palace Resorts. And right now, they are offering up to 45% off. And Palace Resorts also has a family brand, too. And they have kids and teens free right now.
Okay.
And they are also offering, depending on the resort, but book one room, get one free.
Okay.
Yes, which is a pretty great deal also.
Heck yeah.
And 45% off. I mean, the prices, when I pull those up online, especially if you're traveling with a family, they have been awesome prices with the kids and teens free. So then essentially all you're paying for is their airfare.
Yeah, and right now, I'm just like, these are deals that were already on top of deals. Like,
yes.
I don't want people to underestimate how good the prices were before Black Friday even hit. They were already at all-time lows. And now they're sprinkling these deals on top because, everyone's got to do something different on Black Friday. Yes. And so it's like, some of these might not sound like, doorbuster deals. Like the Virgin Voyages one I'm about to mention. It's not like a doorbuster deal. But you got to understand, these rates were already crazy low.
Right.
Like, so for example here, Virgin Voyages, today, and this is only through November 30th, so you have to book this pretty quickly. You do get a $400 onboard credit per room.
That's awesome.
Which is nice. But, again, their rates have tanked, and Virgin Voyages actually has pushed out their maiden voyage. So,
what a year to start a cruise line. Gosh.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that is just bad
I was
luck.
so
Poor timing.
looking forward to that cruise line, yeah.
Yeah, you and I talked about trying to go on the maiden voyage.
Oh,
because
absolutely.
we do want to check it out. It is, we've talked about them a little bit here in prior podcasts, but they are going to be a little bit different than your traditional cruise line, I think. They're more about wellness. They're more geared to the younger adult community. Yes. I think their target market's probably 27 to 42, 45, somewhere in there, because it's more geared towards wellness. You have healthier options on there. You have a lot of fitness classes, yoga studios. You have kind of they're really putting a different product out there. And I think, in my opinion, and maybe we should have a whole podcast on Virgin Voyages, I think it's needed in the cruise industry. I think a lot of them do a lot of the same things. You have different boats, different qualities of service.
Boats or ships?
Ships. You always get me with that.
Yes, I do.
But I'm really kind of interested to see what that product is like they're going to put out there.
Oh, I agree.
It's going to be different.
Excited.
It's going to be different.
Yes, I'm very excited for that.
Sir Richard Branson shaking it up.
Now, just to kind of give you an idea on, how good pricing actually is. And I priced this is before Black Friday. So I had some clients, it was a family of 3, 2 adults and their daughter who was turning 16, and they were supposed to go to Jamaica over spring break.
Yep. And
obviously that was canceled in April. Nobody left the country in April. And so they had originally booked and paid $33.78 for that package.
Okay.
And this was a 3-night all-inclusive stay with airfare from Charlotte. That same exact package for this coming April is $2366.48. So that's $1,000 less.
That's 33% off.
Yes.
For the same exact
And that
thing.
is like just...
They saved $1,000 right back in their pocket.
Oh yeah, and so you could do whatever you want with that extra $1,000. You could just keep it, or you could maybe extend your stay for a couple of days.
Oh my gosh!
But just to give you an idea, that really is a great deal.
And for booking travel, like when you're like pre-pandemic, someone that had a budget of $2,000 and someone that had a budget of $3,000 were getting a very different trip.
Yes,
especially in the world of all inclusives.
Yes.
Now we're talking that's the swing. That's how good some of these deals are.
Yeah.
So if you only had just a $2,000, $2,500 budget, you're going to get a $3,500 to $4,000 experience.
Right.
Which is unheard of. It's not like when the pandemic goes away, these prices are going up. They have to.
Yes.
They have to because it's supply and demand. Right now demand's really low because of the pandemic, but you can book out a year and a half in advance, right?
Well, with airfare, you can book out 11 months. With most airlines.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can lock your resort stay in. You know, and another good reason why now is a really good time to book travel is also the flexibility that's being offered. Just with a lot of resorts and airlines, there's a lot of flexibility to change your trip dates, and also cruise lines change your dates at no penalty to you. There's also a lot of options for cancellation insurance, and I have some that start as low as $45 per person, and that's cancel for any reason. It's not offered over the holiday period. I just want to say that, at least not for that price.
Yeah.
But $45 a person, and that's all you're risking. So if something happened and you just wanted to cancel right at the last minute, all you would be out is $45 a person. And that's not bad at all. And that is on sale. That's 50% off from what it usually is. So
yeah, and that's about as good. I mean, that's about as good as protection as you're going to find.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I think when you look at if you're booking even like with how quick things have changed with COVID, if you're looking at booking 12 months out from now, look at how far we've come in 12 months. Now we're close to a vaccine already. And this thing just broke here in really March.
Right.
And so we're close to a vaccine. In 12 more months or 8 more months, it's going to be a vastly different world again. Like, where we're going to be talking about...
I hope it is.
Yeah, I think we all hope it is. But we'll be talking about the vaccine's already out there, you know, how the success of it, blah, blah, blah. I mean, so, you know... I think if you skipped your trip for whatever for COVID, if you skipped the trip or did not take the family trip in 2020, you can really, so in theory, you should almost have like double the budget, because if you stayed employed and everything and you kept the money from travel in 2020, now you have a bigger budget for 2021.
Right.
Traditionally thinking, the value you can get for that, like right now, is like so crazy.
Yes.
It's so crazy. So, and like, we don't, this is not like a salesy podcast, so we're just doing this one episode because we just really want to stress, like, if you're on the fence about it, it really is an incredible time. It's
an incredible time to definitely at least look at booking something. If you know that you want to travel at some point within the next year, I would definitely look at going ahead and seeing what kind of rates you can get and the insurance, because there's a lot of good offers out there right now. Yeah, and with the cancellation penalty, or with the lack of cancellation penalty and the flexibility that you have right now, it just makes it even better. And so you've been you've been so much more busy, I've noticed, in the last 6 to 8 weeks than you've been since the pandemic started. And I think more and more feels good.
I know more and more people are waking up to how good the deals are, and I think they see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I certainly do. Oh yeah. Which parlays right in travel news. You ready for some travel news? Yeah. What's some travel news? We have a little bit of travel news we want to drop. There's actually not too terribly much going on. Yeah, nothing breaking. Right now we're kind of in this in-between period of what the post-vaccine world's going to look like. So, yeah, we did have another record day, TSA screenings the day before Thanksgiving, so Wednesday the 25th, 1.07 million passengers screened. That's a record by a few 100,000 since the pandemic started, but still it was down a little bit over 50% from where we normally are, this time of year, because a lot of people travel for Thanksgiving, so it's still down 50%, but it's showing that more and more people are traveling. Qantas, some travel news you want to talk about, that they're going to require COVID vaccine paperwork to travel on Qantas. Now, this is an Australian company, right? Yes. You want to expand on that a little bit? That sounds a little wild to me, but that is wild. I read it on Travel Pulse, which I get a lot of our news information off of, and whenever it comes out, it is going to be supposedly mandatory in order to fly with them. That is. That's just crazy. Now, maybe, crazy. Australia, they're beating to a different drum there. And who knows, maybe some companies here might follow suit. I don't know. That's probably the first one that's made like the hard formal announcement on it. And we'll have to watch and see who follows suit here. So yeah, that's crazy. That one kind of surprised me. Yes. Here's kind of some good news, and I think this is really cool. American and United, both those airlines based here in the United States, they're going to be couriers for the Pfizer vaccine. So they're ramping up and certifying themselves and doing what they need to do to be able to be couriers to deliver and distribute the Pfizer vaccine around the country.
Oh, wow.
And they did stuff like stress testing, packaging the vaccine, how does that handle in the air, temperature testing, all things you probably have to do with a vaccine. They either have or are in the process of getting those. And so right now it looks like they are the two airlines that are going to step up to the plate here and distribute this vaccine throughout the country, which I think is really, really cool. Yeah. And I think considering everything that both of these companies have gone through all year with the revenue loss and the layoffs and how challenging it was for these large airlines, I think it's really cool, and I'm really grateful that we still have big airline companies out here willing to do that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And let's get this vaccine out.
Yes, I
think
agree.
Everybody's just ready. Let's get it going.
Get it out and get life back to normal. I like I was saying earlier today, I can't believe that it's the holiday season, like full-blown Christmas season, and here we are still talking about COVID. It's just crazy to me. I never thought that we would be still here.
It's hard to predict the future on these things, but
because we first started hearing about it in January, right? It was
either
January, December,
February.
January.
I mean,
no, January. I think was when I initially started.
Like when you first started hearing about something breaking out in China, but it was
Wuhan,
another
yeah, you
heard it was like another pandemic. But all the pandemics that we've experienced, or most of them in our lifetime here, haven't been this severe, especially worldwide. I mean, this has been a globally challenging pandemic. It has been awful.
Yes.
And so I think once we heard the news break, I think like a lot of Americans, we've had H1N1, we've had these things, but you kind of aware of it, but you kind of just went about your day. This one was a complete game changer for how we live our lives. And I'm optimistic that as we pull out of this pandemic, what the post-pandemic world is going to look like is I think we're going to be a lot cleaner. I think we're going to have a lot more. I think hand sanitizer is not going away. I think you're going to see abundance of it everywhere, and I think that's a good thing.
I think that is a good thing.
I think it's a great thing. So I think we're going to come out with a lot of good, and obviously we're going to mourn the loss of everybody and even those that got sick. But I think at the end of the day, when it comes to what changes are made, I think some of these things that we're doing now will stick, like hand sanitizer and just being a little more careful and aware of coughing and your germs and everything. So there'll be some good that comes out of it.
And trying to avoid touching a bunch of surfaces and then touching your face.
I think flu numbers hopefully won't be as bad.
Yeah.
Pneumonia numbers won't be as bad. And if we could even come out of this with lower numbers year over year on those kind of things, that'll save lives also.
Yeah, I think that's great.
So there will be some silver lining.
I was going to say we sound like medical professionals over here.
I'm a germaphobe.
Well, I have been a germaphobe, for quite some time. So,
all right.
Well, I think that's it. Kind of a shorter one today.
Yeah, shorter podcast today. Not that short. We're at 22 minutes.
Oh, there we go.
Short. It's a question of the day. Question of the day. Bum, 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 bum.
Okay,
question of the day. Hey, no finger rolls.
Well, you're really being slow. So,
all right. If you had intro music. If you had intro music when you walked into a party or you walked into an event or you walked into work, what song would be your intro music?
What song would be my
Or think about you're getting announced at a wedding, like say you're in the wedding party. Like intro, like what would be your intro song? Soundtrack?
I'm not good at naming songs. I can't think
You can't think of one song that would be your intro music?
I can't think that quickly on my feet in regards to music.
Give me some of the songs you've listened to recently. We were in the car the other day just jamming out.
Yeah, maybe like a Spice Girls song, I guess.
Spice Girls?
Yeah, there you go.
That's out of left field.
Something from the 90s.
I pinned you for going 90s on something.
Yeah.
But intro music should be like something about you, like, I don't know.
Yeah, that terrible question.
I don't know. Yeah, this was a reacher.
Yeah, I have no idea.
You can't come up with one. So I like Nelly. I might go Nelly number one.
Oh, okay.
That might be. That's a good intro song.
Oh, maybe All I Do Is Win. There you go.
That's a great one. Actually, no, I want that one. I guess
late. I took it.
All I Do Is Win.
Yeah, maybe All I Do Is Win. There
except
you go.
when the coronavirus hits.
I was gonna say then all we're doing is losing.
I know, but now we're back on our feet. But Yeah, all I do is win. That's
There
good.
you go.
Or I'm the man. I like I'm the man. I sound very egotistical talking about these songs. I need to think of some more humble music.
Yeah,
for my
you
intro.
definitely do.
But Aloe Black, I'm the man. I'm
Yeah,
the
I like
man,
that
I'm
song.
the man. I think something else.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm not good at, like I said, thinking about music on my feet.
Yeah,
It's just not my thing.
clearly.
Yes. All right, guys. Well, if you want any more information on anything you've heard today, please give us a shout. You can, like I said, go to our website, penyaktravel.com, request a quote, and it comes directly to me. Or give us a call, 1-800-674-3278, or slide into our DMs on Instagram or Facebook.
At Penyak Travel.
Yes, those come directly to me. And again, if you would hit the like and subscribe button to the podcast and give us a 5-star review, preferably.
Yeah, we love the 5-star reviews.
We would appreciate
Thank you
that so
and
much.
We got a 5-star review recently. We got to give them a shout out.
We
What am I
actually
doing?
did get a 5-star review.
We'll do it in the next one. We'll do an old block one. We'll give them a
Yes.
shout out.
Yes.
We did get one, so thank you so much. Especially the written ones. We love that. Thank you so much. And the best, again, you're right. The best way to support us is just subscribe to the show. Check out our podcast every day. But the best way to support us is if you're thinking about a trip, hit us up. We love to put a quote together for you. Whether you book with us or not, we'd love the opportunity to help you, and we're a free service. So anyways, that's the show, guys. We love you so much. We will see you next time. Have a great week. And remember, now is the absolute best time to book travel.